So I'm going to be coming up with a new series, pretty much imitating huge iconic influencers. And today what we're going to be doing is going a little bit underground with this. A lot of people actually do this specific and use this specific tool, but don't really know where it came from. So I'm going to be using this person named Ryder Carroll, who created the bullet journal method, right? What he pretty much wanted to do and created was he wanted to create mindfulness plus productivity, and that is what creates the bullet journal. You're able to map out your yearly, your monthly calendar, your weekly calendar, or your daily calendar, and you can get really creative with this specific method. And what I wanted to do is, kind of, do my own thing, see how it works. I've never done it before. What could it do? Hurt me, right? Can it? Well, what I wanted to do is bring out the more emotional side, the more, I would say not emotional, conscious side of myself. I want to learn to make myself more aware of what I'm doing. And I feel like if I write these things down, if I journal it in a way, I can have more mental clarity and more clarity within my goals, within my relationships, and with trading, right? Because the better you are with awareness, the better you are with trading. I want you guys to understand that I'm not just doing this. I am doing it for fun and to really understand and learn, but I'm also doing this to really become more, to have more clarity in my trading, right? Because the more clear you are with yourself, the better you are with your trading, because you'll have more clarity when it comes to the charts, because you know your personality, you know how you are, and the more you know who you are, the better you are with identifying what type of trades that you want to specifically take. So I'm gonna go ahead and go 30 days with this and see how it goes, and at the end I'll go ahead and break down if you should or should not do this, or if it's really good to go. So let's go ahead and get with it, and I'll go ahead and kind of update you guys here and there on how exactly or let me say I'll do an intervention here and there in between the vlogging and everything on how exactly I feel about this bullet journaling. So let's go ahead and get right into it. What's poppin', man? So I've been meaning to film for a week and I haven't really done so, but I have been doing my journaling, right? I have been journaling this whole week. I created a whole new week, but I'm gonna break through first the components of what exactly a bullet journal is. So if you guys can see this, I have a key panel, right? So this is my bullet code. So a bullet point is a task. When it's completed, I X out that bullet point. When I'm moving it to the next day, it's called migration. I'm actually that I get like a arrow. Then if it's notes, I put a dash. If it's irrelevant or canceled, I completely draw the line. If it's important, put a star. And if it's a daily journal, I put a plus, right? I also have it where I have like a counter for my boxes. So I don't know if you guys can see these boxes here. I count every single box. So I divided it in thirds and I know the total, and then I divided this in halves so I can know everything from there. So to start off, I created my yearly log, right? My yearly log is is pretty much everything in a year. So this is the first 6 months of the year. I put in every event, every birthday, anything that I got going on that's important. This is the second 6 months, and it's the same way. And then what I do is I create a month, right? I started on February because this is when I started doing this. I'm not going to start in January if it's not January, right? So I started in February and I put down the focus that I have for the month, right? So all the focuses that I have for the month. Right now, it is currently February 22nd. So I do have and actually this is moved to today. So I really have to move this around. So let's do this while you guys are here. So I'm going to put a migrating symbol here, and I'm going to put that over here, right? So let's go ahead and type in dermatologist appointment at 11:45 a.m. Don't mind the handwriting, right? It's trash. And so I'm moving this, right? I have actually hit up Jazz, already did that. So I'm meeting with him today, and any relevant information on the month, I transfer it to my
to my weekly. But before we get to the weekly, I'm going to go with the essentials, right? So these are my essentials. I have a check-in, a brain dump, which I've actually switched up during the week. So I'm going to show you that in a second. But my check-ins is I'm just checking in on myself emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially, how I'm actually getting myself together. And like I said, I'm actually switched some of these things up, and I'll show you in a second. But a brain dump, it's just an area where if I have any ideas or any tasks that I need to get done, I have a brain dumping section for me to write it down. Mind you, I carry this book everywhere.
So I found out what was really important from all of this is that there is something called a brain dump, and it's so convenient to have whatever that's in your mind and put it down on paper. And it's not there. It's not cluttered, because I don't know what it is, but we tend to have our mind, our notes all over the place, right? You have it in notes, you write it down in paper, and then you'll never be able to find it. But the fact that we have a brain dump page is incredible, because I'm able to just get it out of my head. I carry my bullet journal everywhere now, so it's just a matter of just having it there and being ready when I need it to be ready. Like I have an idea, let me go ahead and write it down. So I just find that so important to just have a brain dump area where I'm just able to just write whatever I need and get it out of my head.
I created a habit tracker, which I've also switched up. So this habit tracker before was, waking up at 8 a.m. And then, so pretty much the days of the month is at the bottom, and things that I need to get done in the morning, or, my morning routine is on the left. And I actually switched that up as well. Then I write down things that I'm grateful for. So today I need to write down things that I'm grateful for. And it's okay to sometimes miss a day, right? I've learned that it's okay, because I don't want to put too much pressure on myself. Because for me, this is awareness. This is making sure that I understand, because I say it all the time. So as long as I say it and I do my best to write it down, we're good to go. So as you can see, I missed a couple days here, and today's the 22nd. So I missed yesterday. So I need to make sure that I'm writing it down today. The thing is, the issue is that it's not in front of me at all times, right? I'll say it, but I won't write it down. And I need to make sure that I do better with that. So these are my impossible goals. This is the habit tracker that I actually ended up using, because I messed up on the first one. Right. And this is my weekly chart, right? As you can tell, I'm a busy guy, right? So I have the first 1, 2, 3 are the things that I need to get done ASAP. These are my priorities, right? These are tasks that are like minor, that aren't as important. They're important, but they're not as important, right? I make sure that I get through them all. If I don't, as you can tell, I have arrows here to move them to the next day, and I check them off, or move them. Same routine, right? And then at the bottom, I block my time out, right? So the weekends, I always have it as the same panel, because those are the days I really don't have much to do on the weekends. And then I have my weekly review, right? My weekly review, like I said, I moved it to, how I am at the end, instead of doing the check-in in the beginning, right? And I'll get back to here. Instead of doing the check-in in the beginning, I like to do it at the end, right? I like to review my week at the end, and then I like to review the targets that I'm going for next week. So I tried to create another habit tracker, like a whole page. That didn't work out. I didn't really like how that was working. So I figured out a way that actually worked for me, right? So this is my work week, my habit tracker for the week that I'm actually able to do. I have, 0 through 8 plus, right? So this actually works for me. Right. This actually works for me. I realized that I do too much entertainment, so I'm now docking that down, but I am still getting work done. I still at least get 4 hours of work on the things that need to get done. Right. But what I want to increase is showing the plan. Right. I want to show the plan at least 7 to 8, 9 times a week. Right. If I can. Right. I want it to at least hit 4, 5, 6. I'll be satisfied if I can hit 4, 5, 6. Right. Reading, I want to do a lot more reading. I feel like it should be around 7, 8 hours, right? Music should be around 4 or 5 hours. Charts should be around 4 or 5 hours. I'm satisfied with 4 or 5 hours. I'm good to go on that. Back testing should be around 7, 8 hours. Spanish should be around 7, 8 hours. Admin, that's nothing. I need to seriously work on that. I've been slipping on that for weeks. Admin stuff, personal development, that I'm comfortable with around 4 or 5 hours. YouTube, that's around 4 or 5 hours. Meditation, I want that to be around 7, 8 hours, right? So I need to reduce my entertainment in order to increase my productivity, right? And then, so this is my brain dump. I didn't have much brain dumping last week. This is last week, by the way. I didn't have much brain dump on this week. So that's from the 14th to the 20th. That's last week. And then I switched up how I did my weekly, right? I switched it all up. I have even a month up there. I have, everything on the side. I feel like I like this better because I can write what my goals are for this week and any notes that I need to write down, right? So this is everything from there. And then at the end, my weekly review, things my targets and etc. Then my legs, right? And then I have the new one, right? So this is my work week of this week, right? My brain dump so far, right? My week so far, right? And I like to write down, I realized that I like to write down my goals for tomorrow at night, right? So I like to write these things down, but I really enjoy my weekly journal, my bullet journal, excuse me. It's very fun. It's actually enjoying, right? I really enjoy it. This is something that's fun for me. Just getting things done, having a section for goals, having a section for notes, being a little artistic from here and there, how minimal it looks. I even added times on how long I need to be working these times. Instead of it block time, I need to have times, right? Which I'm actually going to be adjusting, right? So, inviting people, I want to put that for I want to do at least 8 to 12 hours of inviting, right? So I have goals that I'm doing. So hopefully this makes sense to you. So this is how I've been doing my bullet journaling so far. Like I said, I have a whole nother 2 to 3 weeks to go. So I'll keep you guys updated on how exactly I've been, working, how exactly I've been doing things. It's actually very, very important. I've realized how much awareness I need to work on with myself and how much, how my productivity has been. I like to really track myself and my productivity.
So there are some things that you want to keep in mind when it comes to bullet journaling. One, your goal for bullet journaling is to make sure that you're more productive and to map out the most important things and break those things down from yearly, monthly, and weekly perspectives. If you want to go even further into daily, you can. You want to find a balance between, because I see people on the internet always making it super artistic and they have an amazing ability. Me personally, I don't have that luxury. I love drawing, I love art, but I'm not going to be extra crafty with this. So I'm going to find a balance between, the artistic side and the actual productivity side. So let's go ahead, and see how this thing will go. So I was really, on the fence of if I should actually film how it is for this entire thing, but I really want to go ahead and break this thing down for you guys, that in order to really get through to yourself and get better when it comes to trading, you need mental clarity. You need to understand yourself on a cellular basis, right? So I'm actually really excited. When I started this, I was actually very excited to learn how to bullet journal and do it on a consistent basis, because I've been using Notion, right? If you guys want to check out that specific video, it'll be up here somewhere or in the description. So pretty much, journaling is a lot more detailed than you think. So I want you guys to really understand, how I specifically bullet journal and how this could benefit you guys and how you could get something from it. So it is currently 11:17 p.m., February 28th. I feel like I've been really going through this on a weekly type situation. But so far I've been journaling, and it's now about to be the 1st of March as of tomorrow. So I've now journaled the month of March already, and I like to set down my dates and times and kind of block my time out. I feel like it's very crucial to block my time out. I'll go ahead and show you soon. Probably next week or so, how I kind of block my time out. But for the week, I kind of map my goals out, map my targets for the week, notes I want to take down for the week. For the month, I like to make sure that, I know everything for the month, what's going on that month that I can transfer to the week. Because that's the whole point of having the yearly, monthly, and the weekly vlogs, the agendas and everything, because the whole point is to transfer the relevant information from the yearly to the monthly to the weekly, and it kind of puts everything in stone because you're writing it down about 3-4 times.
So it's really cool. I make sure that I get everything done. Like tomorrow, I have to shoot, a week's worth of reels, photos. Tomorrow I'm filming 4 YouTube videos. So I just got finished scripting, which was my today's job, was to script 4 YouTube videos. So I just got done with that. Another one was to film this, so that's already getting done. But I really wanted to show you guys, give you guys an update on what exactly that's been going on with the bullet journaling. Bullet journaling has absolutely been amazing. I never would have thought that bullet journaling would be this fun. To be real, it's actually very, very amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I can't explain to you how it is until you do it.
So since I've been bullet journaling for the past, those past weeks or so, I've really understood the difference between getting small things done and feeling like you've gotten everything done throughout the day, than getting the big things done and feeling super accomplished and closer to your goals. I've been able to get closer to some of the things that I've been wanting to do. I actually enjoy having just a book on me and getting creative and having a habit tracker, a weekly habit tracker, and a goals list, and there's so many different things that you implement when it comes to bullet journaling. And I actually enjoyed writing it down on pen. It was actually very surprising. So see, my mother would always say you need to write down everything, and I was always against writing things down. I was always wanting to make things digital, and I still believe that some things should be digital and some things should be automated. But when it comes to stuff like this, getting things, being productive and getting things done specifically, I felt very liberated by writing these things down and getting it done, because I know the top 3 are the most important things, and anything that has the bullet points is kind of like the smaller aspect. So I felt like that was super, 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 super important to really break through.
What's going on, you guys? So we're back. Currently it is, I don't even know what date it is, March 9th. I've been doing this journaling, or I've been on this journey journaling. After, close to around 2-3 weeks, I believe it's been 3 weeks or 2 weeks now. I really, really enjoyed journaling, but the most tedious thing is actually making the actual journal. It is the most tedious thing, and sometimes I don't feel like doing it. I really do not feel like doing it. I don't feel like doing it now, right? And at the end of the day, it's key because it works. It works a lot, and I really, really do appreciate it and like it. I just don't feel like making the weekly calendar every week. I just don't feel like doing it. What I'm probably gonna do is make my journaling simpler, simplify it, where it's easier for me to make, faster for me to make, so I don't really have to worry about, or be in this feeling of, I now have to create a whole nother journal, so and so and so. So I'm gonna probably find a way to keep it as simple as possible, so I don't have to really worry about all of those things. But I just wanted to keep you guys updated. It has been amazing. Other than that, I really do enjoy journaling. I was just journaling today, and hopefully you guys find a little something with it.
I really feel excited about what's to come. So what are my thoughts when it comes to bullet journaling? I think bullet journaling is absolutely amazing. I suggest everyone to do it. I suggest everyone to try it out. It's so amazing. I can't say that enough, to just be able to write down my thoughts when I need to write down my thoughts, to have everything together the night before, to just, it's just so many different things. You can get really creative having a tracker to know what I specifically work for, like what I do the most, right? It's so important. Like there are some weeks where I'll do YouTube more than I'll do my actual work, because I enjoy YouTube. Like content is important. I'll work on, like there are days when I don't feel like back testing, and then you see it when I track it like this. It's just so liberating. I can't even stress that. So I suggest everyone to go ahead and bullet journal, try it out, see if it's for you, and just try it out. Just try it out. You guys, I appreciate you for being here. Hopefully you got some value. go ahead. If you want the same bullet journal I have, the link is in the description. If you want to find out what other platforms I use, like I said, this is for me to improve my clarity so I can be better on the charts. So I appreciate you guys. Just like, comment, subscribe if that's something that you're into, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out. So I'm gonna find a balance between